Good morning, Cedar Park. Today is Friday, January 27th, 2023, and it's a B-Day.
Coming up, learn about what it takes to be in robotics and what the work and effort is all about.
Everything you need to know about water polo players that took a stand in front of the school board last night to bring attention to recent changes to their program.
This year's first weekend destinations with Reagan Hill.
Plus your Friday sports report.
Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now.
Broadcasting from Studio 2101 in Cedar Park, Texas, this is the Wolfcast.
Good morning, Cedar Park, and welcome back. I'm Abby Martinez, and I'm here this morning with Jack Polishuk and Katie Whitmarsh.
The FRC robotics team, known as the Robo 5052, is back in building season and working hard once again.
The FRC robotics team has just begun their building season and much dedication is needed. Reporter Paula Llamas takes a deeper look into the process of what it takes for building season.
Thank you, Katie. Robotics is a tough club activity that requires much dedication and hard work. But how does this hard work play out? Robotics consists of two teams, and one of them is the FRC team, also known as the Robo 5052. Their building season has just begun and they will be dedicating much time and effort to achieve their utmost goals. The team does this by dedicating many hours into meetings, discussing plans, and fundraising as well. President of the FRC team, Delaney DeRuiter, explains what it takes to be a part of the team.
We meet approximately 17 hours a week. We have a lot of processes before we can fully develop our robot. We do a lot of planning, and also during our off season, the first semester, we do a lot of fundraising, and we're rushing to get members, and we have a big goal towards sustainability to make sure that we can continue to do that.
The diligence of robotics team members definitely pays off in many ways, ranging from earning from fundraising to gaining more experience. But these accomplishments cannot be completed independently. Head of Software Yash Shah explains what cooperation is all about for the team.
Teamwork plays a role in robotics because, we have dedicated tasks for each member. So if we work cohesively as a team, all the tasks will be employed efficiently so we can, get things done.
The team's ambitions can only be done with a unified community to help one another. Although robotics may sound like a difficult club to be a part of, it really is one great journey created for motivating others.
Right now, our goal is to learn. We're not necessarily here to win. Our goal, since the 10 years that we've been active, is for sustainability and inspiring the next generation of leaders and innovators in STEM.
It's important to acknowledge the determination of the robotics team. So let's wish them the best of luck on their building season.
All right, well, it seems like they're off to a great start. And Paul, how can somebody join robotics?
Well, you can join robotics. You don't need any experience. You can go every Thursday at 4 in the robotics room, which is in the science building.
Awesome. Yes, thank you, Paula. Water polo students are continuing to push to keep their program as an official district sport next year. Last night, swimmers voiced their opinions to the LIC school board on the future of their program. Future and current CPHS water polo students showed up to plead with the board members about what water polo means to them and how this sport has changed their lives for the better. Junior Trevor von Wupperfeld spoke about how this decision will affect him past high school.
My name is Trevor von Wupperfeld, and I've been playing water polo for about 5 years now. I take pride that I am able to represent my sport, or I am able to represent my school in my sport. Many of us are considering playing water polo at the collegiate level, but the simple fact of the matter is that colleges do not value our club membership as much as they do our high school careers. I worry that Leander ISD deciding to cease its support of UIL water polo will lessen my chances of being able to play at the collegiate level.
Swimmers like sophomore Cadence Wilkinson shared that water polo is more than just a sport to her.
We fought hard as a team this year, and we found success despite our small team and lack of experience. Another thing about water polo that I love is getting closer to my team through difficult games and getting to know and being with my teammates. So please do not get rid of water polo. Don't get rid of the moment when our newest player scores their first goal. The moment when we play our rival and win in the last second. The moments when we spend more time lifting up our teammates than judging ourselves. And the moment when I truly knew what it meant to be a part of a team that needs me.
As we reported yesterday, the district recently made the decision to reverse water polo back to a club sport rather than an official program offered as course by schools.
Coming up next, Kira Cox joins us with today's headlines in this morning's brief. But first, this break.
Happy Friday, Cedar Park. I'm Kira Cox here today with the top headlines in this morning's brief. First, airplane manufacturer Boeing appeared in court yesterday over the 737 MAX airline crashes in 2018 and 2019 that killed 346 people. Boeing and the Department of Justice previously entered into a deferred settlement 2 years ago, but the families of some crash victims objected, and a U.S. District Court ruled that the relatives' rights were violated under the Crime Victims' Rights Act. The families are suing the company for conspiracy to commit fraud. Next, Ascension-seated nurses held a candlelight vigil in Austin last night as part of a nationwide protest against hospitals prioritizing money over patient care. The nurses claimed that to save money, hospitals have cut staff and hospital beds over the last decade, especially in pediatric units. They see as less profitable has resulted in hospitals not being able to properly care for patients when surges in illness like RSV, COVID, or influenza strike. The protest is organized by the National Nurses Union, which has 225,000 members nationwide. Finally, Taylor Swift surprised fans early this morning with the release of her Lavender Haze music video, only one day after she announced its creation. The phrase lavender haze was commonly used in the 1950s to describe being in the glow of love. Taylor's song is about her 6-year relationship with Joe Alwyn and was released ahead of her upcoming tour. So, were you guys a fan of the music video, or what do y'all think?
I have not watched it yet. I was getting my sleep, my rest in, but I did see her Instagram post that was like, there's lots of lavender, there's lots of haze, so I'm not sure, but I saw like the picture she posted, all the flowers like in a living room, but yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't know like that's what
I am not a
stood
Taylor
for.
Swift fan. Shoot me, but I am not a Taylor Swift fan whatsoever. I didn't even know that was existing. You started speaking and I was like, oh.
You know what? I have seen though, like that she's posting stuff under like the Eras Tour set list with like all the colored boxes. So I'm interested to see if that will come out before, but I doubt it.
Probably not.
Yeah. People are gonna like sleuth around though,
Yeah, Jack, are you a Taylor Swift fan?
No.
Mr. Babich does play it every single day in his classroom.
Does he really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, all right.
Sorry guys, I didn't have a lot to contribute to that one. But thanks, Kira. Next, your weekend destinations, but first these announcements.
Hello Cedar Park, and I'm Reagan Hill with your weekend destinations. First, if you're into show tunes, head on down to the Long Center to experience a famous Broadway favorite. From this Saturday to February 5th, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, will be showing at the Long Center. The legendary tale of the barber who returns from wrongful imprisonment to 1840s London, bent on revenge for the rape and death of his wife, and resumes his trade while forming a sinister partnership with his fellow tenant, Miss Lovett. The show is at 7:30 p.m. this Saturday, so be sure to head on to austinoffer.org to buy your tickets. Next, Wonder Spaces presents extraordinary artwork from around the world. The 28,000 square foot location currently features 15 immersive, interactive, and conversational provoking works of art. Next, new artwork rotate in every few months, creating an ever-evolving year-round show. Wonderspace tickets are $24 for adults, so be sure to go and experience this wonderful artwork show. Lastly, theater's production of Big Fish is currently underway. The musical revolves around the relationship between Edward Bloom, a traveling salesman, and his adult son Will, who looks for what is behind his father's tall stories. Theater has been working hard in the fall to put on this spectacular production, so come to see The Flying Fish, a circus, a giant, a mermaid, and more. Tickets are $12 for students and $18 for adults this Saturday at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. You won't want to miss it. All right, Abby and Katie and Jack, any favorites from this morning?
You know, Big Fish, I wasn't able to go last night, but I heard it went super well, and I wish y'all luck for the rest of the weekend.
I know. I'm going to try and go this weekend. I really want to go. But I'm not going to lie. At first, I did think it was a musical about a big fish.
That's what I thought,
but it's
too.
not.
It's not.
So much
no,
more.
it's very different. I mean, we do have some flying fish coming from the orchestra set.
Yes, I saw.
It's a little surprise, but I mean, you guys should definitely come out this weekend.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Reagan.
Well, thanks, Reagan. Next up is sports, and we'll be right back.
We're Water Polo, and you're watching the Wolfcast.
Welcome back to the Wolfcast Sports Report. I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
And I'm Risa Elizondo.
Starting off strong, the boys soccer team started the season off with an impressive win over Liberty Hill.
After being down 0-3, the Timberwolves came back and scored 5 goals to win the game 5-3. This momentum is just what the team needs, looking forward to tonight's game versus Lehman.
And speaking of Lehman, the girls soccer team has their first home game of the season tonight at 7:15. It's elementary school night, so if you have a younger sibling, bring them on out to be recognized by the team.
Now let's switch gears into basketball. The girls are traveling to Hayes tonight, who's currently #1 in district and is undefeated. It's sure to be a big game, so stay tuned for score updates.
That's right, and while the Lady Timberwolves are on a road trip, the boys are hosting the Hayes Hawks right here in the Timberdome tonight at 7 o'clock, coming out and for what should sure be an eventful night.
And before we go, we have to give a big shout out to the Cedar Park swim team who just competed in the district meet. Congrats to all those who qualified for regionals.
And that's all we have for you today with CPHS News. I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
And I'm Risa Elizondo.
Thank you all for taking your time during your den to join us. You can catch anything you missed and more on our Twitter or YouTube at CPHS News.
And don't forget to follow our dedicated sports Twitter at CPHS_sports for updates during the games. With CPHS News, I'm Jack Polshuk.
And I'm Abby Martinez. Remember to make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Have a fantastic Friday, CPHS.